YouTube is on easy mode. If you have been scrolling through YouTube a lot these days, you would see that a lot of creators have been talking about how YouTube is on easy mode. And to be honest, I kind of agree with them because recently I realized that some of my video has been really moving, especially because I am now being consistent. Some of my videos in the past 2 weeks have hit over 1K views, which is a big achievement for me because over the years, I don't even think any of my videos have gotten that much views in short period of time. I've had videos that have gotten to 2K, but not as much as that in short period of time. So while I agree with them, I kind of want to pick out some points about why, even though YouTube is on easy mode, it might not necessarily benefit everybody, especially if you don't pay attention to certain aspects of content creation and how we can also go about it. So let's get into it. So the first point I'm going to touch base on is consistency. While YouTube is on easy mode and everybody's video is, even smaller creators videos are now blowing up and channels are growing, if we do not pay attention to consistency, then that momentum that we have started to build is definitely going to drop. And when we're looking at consistency, we can look at it in different aspects. So for example, we can look at it from the aspect of how constant you post, or we can look at it from the aspect of how consistent are you in your theme or in your niche of the topics that you talk about. As a small YouTuber whose page has just started to gather momentum and whose page has just started to grow, if your page blew up for a particular topic, it will be beneficial if you now go and do more research and find ways to multiply that topic to be able to have more things to talk about concerning that topic. Say for example, your page blew up talking about self-growth. Now there are so many ideas you can find talking about self-growth and motivation. You can see self-growth as a niche or as a theme for you, and you'll be able to find more topics to talk about that. Because if people have followed your page through talking about self-growth, then it will be beneficial for you and also for them, because now they know that they can always come back to your page to watch videos about self-growth, to watch videos about motivation. And in that way, you're not only helping them, you're also helping yourself, because you get to expand more, you get to be more knowledgeable in that aspect. Also, talking about posting consistently as well, the duration at which you post. I'm not saying that you should be posting every day, because definitely you're going to get burnout. Some of us have 9 to 5 jobs that we are working, and there's not really time for you to shoot and edit all at the same time and be uploading. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot of work. But a way you can be consistent is to find a schedule that really works for you. Let's say, for example, on Monday you batch shoot, on Tuesday you batch edit, on Wednesday you post. So that way you're able to figure out which days are you going to post, which days should your viewers anticipate whatever they want to watch from you. Another way the YouTube easy mode can benefit you as a creator is by creating a structure that actually work for yourself. A lot of creators are now just shooting videos based on the ideas that come to their head. They will just get an idea and they just sit in front of the camera and just shoot, which is great. But that idea can be multiplied. The ideas in the world is so diverse, is so big. You can get so many ideas from so many sources. If you are able to build a structure where you know how you are going to shoot your video, then editing will be much easier for you, shooting will be much easier for you, because you have analyzed your type of content, you have put in place how you are going to shoot your content. So that's what I mean by structure. So maybe you are going with body, hook and ending, or you are going with hook, storytelling, the body and ending. So that's a structure. So you have to figure out what works for you for the type of contents that you create. When there's the structure in place for your content creation, it just makes everything easier for you. You're able to meet up with deadline, you're able to edit your video more easily, you're able to shoot your video more easily. So when I say structure, I mean the way in which you shoot your videos and edit your videos. If you shoot your videos very randomly, then it might be difficult for you to edit, because there is no particular story to it. But when you have already figured the structure of your video, let's say maybe you are into educational field, you are teaching something, you have a structure whereby you know what the hook of your video is going to be, you already know what the body of your video is going to be, and you already know what the ending of your video is going to be. So that way it's easy for you to just stick to it. For example, I'm using a structure in this video where I've already written down what I'm going to be, not necessarily what I'm going to be saying, because I also want to be authentic. I also want to be myself. I want my whatever I'm saying to be coming from my head. But I have points that I have noted down that I want to touch base with and talk about in this video. So that's the structure. So now when I'm editing the video, it's easier for me to go back and say, this is the part where I talked about this is the part where I talked about this, and it's easy for me to put them together. So if you have a structure, then you are able to meet up with your posting schedule, and also getting ideas and topics to work on will be much easier for you, because now you have a structure in place that you can work with. Another way the YouTube easy mode can work for you as a small creator is just to be real with yourself. Don't try to copy anybody, don't try to be like anybody, because in the process of trying to be like somebody else, you lose yourself, and then people can see. The camera captures exactly what you are portraying. So if you are trying to portray somebody else, people can see it. If you are trying to portray yourself by being yourself, people can see it. And sometimes we feel like we're not lovable, or our real self, our authentic self is not lovable because people are not watching our content. That's totally not true. The people that are for you will eventually find you. YouTube is a long game. It's not something that you pick up your camera and then it just suddenly starts to work for you. You have to continue to stay consistent, even in your attitude, even in your character. You have to be the same person. If you are trying to be somebody else, then sorry for the break in transmission. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, just be true to yourself. Share whatever message you want to share by being yourself. If you're a funny or playful person, still do it. I'm a very playful person, and sometimes you can see that in my video. Don't try to be somebody else, because people will notice and then they will just click off. And if the type of content you are creating doesn't allow you to really be yourself, especially when you are creating something educational or trying to teach, then you have to figure out something that works for you. Do not just try to be like anybody else. Try to find your serious self to teach what you want to teach, and then go back to your daily life. Don't try to switch up your voice or try to do anything that is not real. People can sense it, and then they will just click off and go. The last one is the most important one, which I feel like I should have even said in the beginning, but your content has to be valuable. Even though YouTube is on easy mode, if your content is not valuable for people to watch, people are not going to watch, because they are exchanging their time in exchange for watching your videos. So what are they gaining from watching your videos? What is the value they are taking away? What is the lesson they are taking away? Are they being entertained? Are they learning something? Because it's not all the videos that is going to teach something. Quite alright. Because some people are actually on YouTube to get entertained. If your video is boring, then you need to put in more work. Which I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to put out content, but if you want this YouTube easy mode to work for you, then you have to look at these areas that I've touched base with. Pick one or two, start working on them gradually. You will see the results and your page will continue to grow. But if you want to be a one-hit wonder, maybe your video blew up today for one thing, and then you want to go back and start doing your vlogs and just be doing your vlogs and okay, people will eventually start to unsubscribe. That's when you start seeing your subscription number dropping, and we don't want that. If you want to be long term on YouTube, then it's a fighting game. You have to fight really hard. The best man wins. So sometimes we see content as something we should just do for leisure, right? Which is fine. If you are doing it for leisure, good. But if you are in for the long game, you want to make money on YouTube, then these are aspects that you want to look into to make sure that they are standards to a certain level and not just mere, if you get what I mean. So that will be all on this video. I hope that this video has been able to help one or two people, and I really hope that you do enjoy the video. So if you did, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.